To reconcile with the past is to undertake a solemn odyssey through the intricate tapestry of one's history, where the threads of memory weave both light and shadow. It resonates as a profound summons, its weight shifting with the tides of one's lived experience. It may awaken a quiet tumult within, stirring the embers of regret, the ghosts of unresolved moments, or the faint yearning for what once was, urging the soul to find harmony amidst the eternal interplay of time's fleeting echoes. To reconcile with the past is to stand at the threshold of a long neglected chamber of the self, its disarray a silent testament to time's relentless passage. Within lie relics of memory, faded photographs, shattered fragments of moments, each stirring a quiet question: to restore order or to retreat once more into avoidance. It is an act of profound reckoning, at times demanding absolution for choices born of innocence's blindness, or the release of burdens held in clenched fists of resentment. Yet, truest of all, it calls for a vision unclouded, neither veiled by nostalgia's soft glow, nor obscured by guilt's heavy mist, but one that gazes upon the past in its raw, unadorned truth, embracing its imperfection as the crucible of the soul's becoming. As you stand at the threshold of a profound transformation, perhaps on the verge of departing the familiar shores of youth for the uncharted waters of higher learning, you find yourself caught in a deep current of introspection. You have journeyed far within, examining the contours of your soul in a new light, seeking to redefine who you are. Yet, despite this inner evolution, you remain shadowed by the judgments of those who cling to the spectre of your former self, a self shaped, perhaps, by the naivety of a presentist outlook or by circumstances thrust upon you beyond your mastery. These vestiges of the past, whether of your own making or imposed by others, no longer align with the person you have become through relentless self-scrutiny and growth. Still, when confronted by those who knew you then, figures from a toxic circle that once stifled your blossoming, you feel a curious pull to open your door to them, despite the malice their presence may herald. Their intentions, coloured by past betrayals, are clear, yet your heart, softened by care, hesitates to fully shut them out. Their words, like echoes of a bygone era, still ripple through you, stirring unrest. You grapple with the paradox of safeguarding your newfound peace without resorting to measures that feel excessive, torn between the hope of reconciliation and the wisdom of closure. In your open-heartedness, you entertain the possibility of new beginnings with these souls, yet the chasm between you has widened. Their essence, unyielding and incompatible with the life you now cultivate, or the one you aspire to, stands in stark contrast to your own. Reason counsels you to release the lingering concern you hold for them, to let go of connections that no longer serve your path. Yet a whisper within resists, suggesting that in closing this chapter, you might seal off some unseen potential. Though you see clearly that they neither value nor honour you, a mysterious force draws them back into your orbit in certain moments. What is it that binds them to you? Do you dare wade once more into their world, seeking answers, at the risk of losing the harmony you have so carefully forged? At this pivotal juncture of your existence, you stand poised between the echoes of your middle and high school years and the horizon of your becoming. You reflect upon those who have etched their presence upon your soul, some through your own earnest missteps, others through accusations you never deserved. Through arduous introspection, you have sculpted a new self, illuminated by a clarity of purpose and virtue. Yet, when fate draws you back into the orbit of these figures from your past, their gaze fractures your hard-won confidence, pulling you toward a shadow of who you once were, stirred by a haunting sense of unresolved debts. Your spirit yearns to reconcile with this history, to weave peace from the threads of old wounds. Within you, a silent struggle unfolds, mind and heart locked in contention, each seeking a path forward that preserves what you hold dear without surrendering to losses that feel too heavy to bear. How do you honor your growth while disentangling from the weight of yesterday without forsaking the possibility of healing or the necessity of letting go? Caught in the delicate tension between hope and discernment, you feel an instinct to leave the door ajar for those from your past, as if a new dawn or a final reckoning might yet be possible. This openness speaks to the depth of your optimism, a testament to your belief in renewal despite the scars left by those who have wronged you. Hand in hand with this hope walks the stark clarity of your perception. You see that these individuals neither cherish nor honor you, their words piercing through your defenses despite your efforts to hold them at a distance. This duality places you in a precarious position. You strive to shield the tranquility you've cultivated, yet an enigmatic pull compels you to unravel the mystery of why they are drawn back to you. This unresolved question lingers like an unfinished verse, urging you to seek answers while weighing the cost of re-entering their orbit. How do you balance the pursuit of closure with the guardianship of your peace, when the heart's hope and the mind's caution are so intricately entwined? You stand at the edge of a profound inquiry, seeking to fathom the mysterious force that draws these unallied souls back into your sphere, despite their disregard for your well-being. This pull, this enigmatic recurrence, may spring from several wells. Perhaps your transformation, radiant and undeniable, unsettles them, igniting curiosity, envy, or a compulsion to probe whether their old influence still holds sway. Or it could be the gravity of familiarity, a habitual return to the known, triggered when shared contexts like school or work align your paths once more. There's also the possibility that your essence, your newfound confidence, your enduring kindness exudes a quiet magnetism, pulling them towards you, though they lack the grace to approach with respect. Yet, the deeper question looms: will unraveling this why illuminate your path forward, granting clarity or closure, or will it ensnare you further in their tangled web? To chase this truth is to risk diving back into a past that no longer serves you. Yet to ignore it leaves a riddle unsolved, tugging at the edges of your peace. How do you discern whether this pursuit will free you or bind you, when the allure of understanding tread so closely to the peril of entanglement. In the crucible of your becoming, the truth rings clear. You owe these shadows from your past nothing, neither your time, nor your energy, nor the grace of a second chance. As you stand on the threshold of college, a vast horizon unfolds, offering a sacred reset, a chance to embody the self you've long envisioned, the one who moves with ease in their own truth. Yet, the weight of closure tugs at you, whispering of missed resolutions or redemptive arcs that might yet unfold. This hope for renewal is a beautiful ember, but it grows heavy when it burns alone, unreciprocated by those who carry ill intent or drag you back to a lesser version of yourself. To protect your peace is not to sever all ties with a ruthless hand, but to weave boundaries that hold your spirit aloft, unburdened by their pull. You can say, with quiet resolve, "This chapter is no longer mine," without forsaking the possibility of growth. How do you craft these boundaries, firm yet forgiving, that allow you to step forward into your new world while leaving behind what no longer serves your soul's unfolding? True reconciliation, in its deepest sense, lies not in mending frayed ties with those who linger in your past, but in forging peace within the sanctum of your own soul. You have already traversed a vast inner landscape, sculpting yourself anew through relentless reflection and growth. This is the heart of your redemption. The lingering sense of unfinished business may not hinge on them at all, but on releasing the burdens of guilt, anger, or the yearning for their validation. When their words still wound, it is not a testament to their truth, but a reminder of your humanity, of old scars that heal in their own time. To seek the why of their return by plunging back into their world risks stirring waters that no longer reflect your truth. Their motives are their own weights to carry, not yours. Yet, if curiosity persists, you might cautiously extend a single thread, perhaps a brief, honest exchange with one less shadowed by toxicity, to test whether anything of value remains. But should your intuition cry out against it, heed its wisdom. How do you honor your own healing, trusting your inner voice to guide you toward peace, while letting go of the need to resolve what may belong to others? As you stand on the cusp of your college journey, envision the shape of your new beginning with deliberate clarity. Imagine the souls you wish to draw near, those who elevate your spirit, honor your growth, and resonate with the person you are unfolding into. You need not seal every window of the past shut, but you hold the power to decide which to leave slightly ajar and which to secure firmly. When old dynamics no longer align, this is not a mark of your failure, but a testament to your transcendence, a sign you have outgrown what once confined you. That persistent pull you feel may stem from the vastness of your heart, yearning to set things right. Yet, some burdens are not yours to mend. How do you channel that generous spirit into building a future surrounded by those who reflect your light, while gently releasing what no longer belongs to your story? How do you discern when others, Unsettled by the radiance of your transformation, seek to probe the resilience of your newfound self, testing whether the shadow of your former being still lingers. Your evolution, marked by a quiet confidence and a reframed perspective, may stir disquiet in their souls, prompting them to prod, perhaps unconsciously, to see if the old you, once pliable to their influence, or quick to falter, yet remains. This dance of insecurity and curiosity is a timeless human ritual, often witnessed in the crucible of youth, where one's ascent can provoke others to pull them back into the familiar gravity of the past. What signs reveal their intent to unsettle you? And how do you, in your hard-won wisdom, respond to such provocations without sacrificing the serenity of your present state? In moments of trial, the essence of the exchange often reveals itself through subtle undercurrents. A veiled barb might surface, perhaps a remark on your demeanor, your newfound composure, or a past misstep summoned to unsettle you. These are probes, crafted to elicit a falter. You sense it viscerally, a flicker of vexation, a shadow of old wounds, or a hollow ache within, perhaps mirrored in the mist of your gaze. Your body may betray the echoes of youth's turbulent clicks, muscles taut, pulse quickened, as if time has folded back. The question to ponder is this: do their words seek to stir a response? If they feel like a snare, poised to draw you into justification or performance, therein lies the trial of your resolve. To navigate such trials with wisdom is to anchor yourself in your own truth, neither fanning the flames of conflict nor dimming your own presence. Resist the pull to engage their provocation, to argue, or to retreat inward. Instead, offer a tranquil, measured response that disarms while keeping you above the fray. If they cast a shallow barb like, "You think you're too good for us now," respond with a gentle smile and say, "Nah, I'm just doing me." Then shift the focus to them, redirecting the flow. Or, with a spark of wit, "Wow, you're still on that." Light, yet incisive. Perhaps even add, "Time for a new script, bro." The aim is to embody unshaken calm, not from numbness, but from the deep knowing that their words hold no dominion over you, nor should they ever have. This practice, akin to a mental dance, requires finesse, a subtle redirection of their energy, leaving you untouched by their snare. You possess a relentless curiosity, a penchant for probing the why behind things, much like a philosopher wrestling with the mysteries of existence. Like a detective, you seek to unravel the motives driving others' actions. This thirst for understanding is a gift, yet it risks ensnaring you in a cycle of questions that may not propel you forward. Dwelling on their reasons, especially when the answers don't shift your approach, can tether you to their chaos. In truth, decoding their intentions may offer little to guide your steps. Your focus belongs instead on the path unfolding before you, college, new bonds, and the self you are shaping. If you must seek insight, observe their patterns quietly, without probing directly and reopening old scars. Their why pales in significance compared to your what now. Through observation, you may discern their lack of respect or value for you. Let that clarity be your compass. No further justification is needed to release their hold and move onward. You sense a lingering struggle to close the door on those who seem to have already moved forward, leaving you as a fleeting afterthought in their games. It's as if you're still reserving a space for them in your soul, while they drift through their lives, perhaps scarcely sparing you a thought. This cuts deeply, anchoring you in a kind of temporal stasis, where time feels sluggish. Yet consider this: their apparent ease in moving on may not stem from a desire for true reconciliation, for they may not be engaging in the same introspective labour as you. You are plumbing the depths of why, forging a new self through reflection, while they may simply glide along the surface, unburdened by such questions. Their version of reconciliation might be this strange half-hearted dance where they reappear only to prod at your resolve, but their actions are not your weight to carry. Their quicker closure is not a mark of strength. It reflects a lesser wrestle with the depths you navigate. Your sensitivity, your drive to understand, is no flaw. It is the root of your thoughtfulness, even if it makes release more elusive. Embrace this as your strength, and let it guide you to gently shut the window, freeing yourself to walk your own path.
These are the days that I feel.
Seeking numbness to shield against emotional blows may seem tempting, a refuge from the sting of their words. Yet, to numb the pain risks dimming the light of your aspirations, the hope for fresh starts, the thrill of college on the horizon. Rather than numbing, strive for detachment, a state where their words lose weight because you are rooted in your own worth. The sting of their jabs thrives on a sense of powerlessness in these encounters. To shift this is not to bend them to your will, but to claim sovereignty over your own presence, standing firm in the person you are becoming, not the shadow they recall. Responding with grace is one path to this. Another is to envelop yourself with those who truly see your value. In their presence, the echoes of old voices grow faint, dissolving into the expanse of your unfolding path. If the ache for closure persists, choose one from the tapestry of your past. Someone with whom you once shared a close bond, a window you might wish to leave slightly ajar. Initiate a brief, gentle conversation, a simple check-in, without delving into the depths of old wounds. Should they respond with warmth, carry the exchange forward with care. Seek to understand their perspective, perhaps offering a glimpse of your own, all in pursuit of an inner peace that rests solely within you. But if they meet you with distance or evasion, let the conversation fade, for their reticence speaks volumes. Closure need not be a grand, cinematic resolution. Release any expectation that they will match your depth of reflection. They may not dwell in that same introspective space. When I spoke of burdens not yours to mend, I meant the weight of their baggage, their grudges, their provocations, and their failure to honour your worth. These are not yours to resolve. You cannot compel them to recognise your growth or esteem you, and striving to win their approval only binds you to their cycle. Your power lies in tending to your own side, how you choose to respond, the space you grant them, the energy you safeguard. Therein lies your strength. Establishing boundaries while reshaping the dynamic is within your reach. For boundaries, discern the level of contact you can bear, perhaps light conversation at school or work, but no texts. To further release their hold, Consider deleting their number without blocking them, a quiet testament to your growth, unswayed by their pressure. Should they reach out, a simple, "Who is this?" asserts your stance, daring them to engage. If someone oversteps, respond with calm firmness, making clear you are not one to be toyed with, or choose disengagement entirely. Whatever path you take, walk it with the quiet confidence of one who knows their value without excess zeal. Releasing this chapter will unburden your spirit, allowing you to step fully into the person you aspire to become. Closing some windows while leaving others slightly ajar can restore your sense of agency, offering a form of closure, perhaps not the resolution you imagined, but closure all the same. You need not arrive at college fully formed. The introspective work you're already undertaking sets you apart, surpassing the efforts of many. Your pace is not sluggish, but profound, a deliberate journey into depths others bypass in their haste. They do not pause to ponder why as you do, and that is their forfeiture. This depth, your quiet strength, will propel you to thrive in college, forging bonds with those who resonate with your spirit. To loosen the weight of feeling stalled, consider this. Physically write down all you wish to say to some or all of those from your past. Then, in a safe act of release, burn it. Let their burdens turn to ash before your eyes. In that moment, what power can they possibly hold over you? As a guiding principle, release the habit of questioning why when it comes to the thoughts, words, or deeds of others. Why is a beguiling yet treacherous inquiry, shrouded in illusion and mystery, for its true answer lies locked within another's mind, inaccessible to you. Instead, turn to who, what, where, when, and how questions that cast light on the elusive shape of why, revealing its contours. Yet, even when logic unveils a semblance of why, you are left only with the question, what now? So, bypass the torment of chasing why and move directly to what now? The pursuit of why alters nothing. The reality of your connection with another, the dynamic that unfolds, mirrors their why plainly. The answer has always been before you. They act as they do because they choose to. You cannot shift this truth, only embrace it and proceed accordingly. Their introspection is not yours to undertake. The barbs hurled by others reveal far more about their own hearts, their thoughts, feelings, and insecurities than they ever could about you. Their words hold no power to define you. They merely lay bare their inner world. To cultivate a healthy detachment and dwell in genuine unconcern, beyond burning their burdens, inscribe a list of virtues you hold dear, ones you vow to embody daily. These virtues are your shield, rooted in unyielding truth. Their opinion does not define me, is one such truth. Knowing this, why grant their judgments any weight? Once your virtues are clear, weave them into your life through consistent practice, letting them shape your being. In heated social moments, do not shy from pausing, breathing, and grounding yourself in these virtues before you act. This is the path of wisdom. Those who provoke you, are mere players in your story, not its author. You alone direct your course. When thoughts of them threaten to consume you, gently redirect your mind and engage in what aligns with your purpose. In time, their words will lose their hold, for you will be too immersed in living your truth to heed them. Each day, inscribe one quality you hold in reverence within yourself, a quiet ritual to honor your essence. Seek the company of those who behold the authentic you, where you need not expend vitality stifling your voice when it longs to speak, or forcing laughter when your heart is unmoved. To feign agreement, to suppress your true perspective without sincere reflection, is to sap your spirit, leaving you hollow as if your soul has been siphoned. Place yourself at the forefront, treating your being with gentle regard. Dwelling on self-directed harshness yields no growth unless it points to a tangible flaw you intend to address with purpose. Your worth is not tethered to the gaze of others, but rooted in your ceaseless unfolding, the quiet work of becoming that you are already embracing. Grant others the freedom to dwell in their emotions, just as you are entitled to abide in yours. Their feelings are not yours to command, so why surrender your own to their sway? You are neither their healer nor their target. Your task lies in tending to your own side. Erect boundaries, step away when the rhythm of your interactions clash, and from your life, your phone, your space, release those connections that drain rather than enrich. The barbs others cast your way can be met with varied grace. To deflect, offer a vague, disinterested reply, then swiftly turn the gaze upon them with a question that places them in the light. To mirror, echo not their words, but the intent behind them, as in, sounds like you've got strong feelings about it. What's up with that? A gentle prod that bids them to account for their motives. To withdraw, simply step away with natural ease, excusing yourself as one who moves unburdened by their provocations. There is a poignant ache in knowing that a distorted echo of you lingers in others' minds, casting you as the antagonist in tales woven from half-truths or past missteps. It wounds because it clashes with the self you've cultivated through earnest growth, and their words can still stir doubts about your newfound clarity. This is not frailty, but the mark of your humanity. Yet, who are they to dictate your essence? Etch deeply within yourself this truth. No one but you holds the right to define who you are. Their narrative is not your reality. With time, the sting of their misjudgments may not fully fade, but it will dull as you come to see their version of you as mere static, disconnected from the truth you embody. In this, you learn the art of tuning out the noise. You are not tasked with bearing the weight of others' burdens. Remain steadfast in your essence, yet resist the urge to rigidly define yourself, for such an act confines the fluid, ever-shifting nature of your humanity. When emotions surge, anchor yourself in reason, pause, breathe, and call upon the virtues you've chosen as your guide. Cultivate a disciplined detachment, a stoic calm to master your emotions. The jabs hurled at you are not blades, but revelations, glimpses into the hearts of those who cast them. Let this knowledge shape your next steps with clarity. Proclaim your liberation from those who diminish your light. They have no claim to the space within your mind. This is your life. Seize it, mold it to reflect your truth. Affirm that you are the protagonist of your story. Banish those who sour your journey with their discord, for they hold no place at your table. Become a being guided by a constellation of virtues, ever within reach, steering your course. Above all, cherish yourself.